You see this tub here? It has been leaking so much that it started to stain even the bottom of the tub. And no matter what we do, we can't get this to turn off completely. It'll just constantly keep trickling. This is wasting a ton of water. And the fix is actually easier than you might think. So the first thing that we have to do is we're gonna have to remove this trim to expose the guts on the inside. And it's usually got some caulking around it. So you just wanna take a knife and sort of score all the way around this guy here so that you don't peel off any of the tile. That should be good enough. And then there'll be either if it's a round handle, there'll usually be something that you can stick your finger in here and open it up. We're gonna remove the screw. All right, so we got 2 more screws on the inside here. And if you don't have one of these electric screwdrivers yet, these things are absolutely awesome for small repairs where you have tons of screws. There'll be a link on my store for these if you want them. Now we're gonna have to pry this off the wall here. Now on the inside here, this is our shower valve. On this one, we got lucky. We've got 2 valves here on the left and the right that we can shut off the water so we can service the valve and fix this. Looks like it was just the right side. Hot on the left, cold on the right. So it was the cold side that was leaking here. We need to valve off both sides. We're gonna just open and close this. Make sure we don't have any water running out of here, because once we take this part off, we don't want water spraying behind the wall. Again, we're gonna remove some more screws here to get access to the part that we need to replace, which is called the balancing cartridge. Before I remove this, usually I put a little piece of plastic behind the wall here just to kind of catch any water that might drip out when I pull out this cartridge. There's always a little bit of water. And right inside of here, you can see that's our balancing cartridge. That's what we're going to need to replace. It's what helps to shut off and on the water. So it's a little tough to grab out by hand, so we're going to use a pair of pliers and extract it just like this. And we actually are still missing the washers. They're on the inside of the fixture here. So I'm going to go in there with the pliers and just gently pull them out. There we go. We got both of the old ones out. You don't want to leave those in, otherwise your new one won't seal correctly. Now at this point, you could run that part over to the hardware store, grab one, come back and replace it. I already have one handy, but before we install it, we're going to be using some plumber's grease here. You just always want to apply a little bit of lubricant to these rubber seals here. It's going to help it to last longer and to seal a little bit better. If you don't have it, it's not that important, but I think you get an extra year or 2 of life out of the cartridge if you do that. Now our new cartridge is going to go right back inside, and we could just go put the same handle back on and be done, but we're going to go ahead and upgrade this trim to a nicer model. All right, all we have to do is just put these last few screws in. And once these are tightened up, we'll be able to turn our water back on and check for leaks. Now that the water's back on, we've basically stopped the entire leaking coming from this tub spout, and we're ready to put on our access plate here, our little trim plate. We're gonna have a little bit of caulking to do because this is slightly smaller here. Our new trim plate goes right over the top here, and we've got a ring that's gonna secure it on. This is the piece that the new handle is going to attach to. We'll just screw this on. This handle is going to be secured with an Allen screw on the inside here. So we're just going to put this on over the stem, and then we tighten down our Allen key. Just like that. Okay, we're all finished with this job. You can turn the water on. We got hot on the left, cold on the right, and we can turn the water off, and we'll get no drip at the end. All that's left to do is a little touch-up caulking. So if you learned something and you live in a home, be sure to hit the follow button for future repairs.